So here's why we need to see more in the Cowboys. First of all, I expect them to beat the Eagles this weekend, and I'll explain that in a second. I do. But when people say, why don't people believe in the Cowboys? The Jags game is exactly why. They were up 14-0, 21-7, 24-10, 27-10, and found a way to gack it away. And I'm not even talking about the Dak Prescott interception. Look, all interceptions are not on the quarterback. He hit Noah Brown in the hands. Noah Brown's hands just happened to bat the ball up in the air to Rayshon Jenkins, who said, thank you, and became, I think, the first player in NFL history with 18 tackles and 2 interceptions in one game. He had a hell of a game. But you can't trust Dallas because they'll do this, right? They went to the wire against the Texans. They go into Minnesota, beat them 40-3, one of the worst losses at home in Vikings franchise history. And then they sort of just play with their food for a few weeks and mess around a little bit. And then even forget the fact that they let the Jaguars in, because Jaguars are a good team. Game management, end of the game, it's 3rd and 11. And really, you run the clock, you eat some clock, or you force the Jaguars to use their timeouts. Kellen Moore or Mike McCarthy, I'm not sure who dialed up this play, long throw down the sidelines, out of bounds, incomplete. Clock stops. They just run the ball there and eat some clock and force Jacksonville to burn a timeout. This game doesn't get to overtime. Yeah. You're not seeing the game tying kick at the end of it. And then we have the crazy situation that led to the Jaguars winning. So I need to see more from Dallas, because this is who they are. They give you, like, their best is really good, but you have no idea each and every week if their best shows up. Now, here's why I think they have all kinds of hello. There we go. Hello. Here's why I think we have all kinds of issues for the Eagles this week. The Jalen Hurts thing, by the way, I don't think he should play. Just because you need one win to lock up home field advantage as well as the NFC East. You just need 1 and 3. Okay. If he's compromised, don't put him out there, because once you win, you're probably going to rest him, and you don't want to rest him for 4 weeks, with the last 2 weeks of the regular season and the bye week, and then they play in the divisional round. You don't want to do that. Right. So I would absolutely, if he's not 100,000,000%, I would rest him for 2 reasons. One, Gardner Minshew is a very capable backup. Like Gardner Minshew
in the league, I think.
He's the perfect backup quarterback. You feel very comfortable with him going in there, but you don't want him in for 7 games, right? Which is, like Gardner hates it, because everybody would take him on their team just not to start, right? They would take it. But I think the Cowboys are going to play well. I mean, historically, since 2018, Dallas home division games, and that's what we're talking about. It's a home division game.
Yeah.
Since 2018, they're 13-1 straight up, 11-3 against the spread. Wow. They've beaten and covered against the Eagles 4 straight times, and the last 3 all by at least 20 points. Now, I get it. It's different. It's a different team. You have A.J. Brown. You have potentially Jalen Hurts, and all that. It's a different team. But there's a reason the line went from 2 to 5.5 or 6 at one point at Caesars in favor of the Cowboys, and finally settled at 4.5 because, Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are playing that game. Oh, I may play. I'm going to try and play, to try and manipulate things. I don't think he's going to play, and I think the Cowboys will hold on to some hope. But then the Eagles have 2 games just to win 1, and everything's good, and that's probably better for them anyway. And it's also better for them to lose a game. Did I explain this last week or not?
That was where I was going to go with this. Is this according to what you pointed out, which is the teams that go 15-1 or better basically in the regular season
don't win
up in the postseason.
They don't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The 5 best teams in the last 25 years, the Patriots undefeated team and 4 or 5 15-1 teams, 0% of them won a Super Bowl. It's in the Eagles' best interest to lose a game going into the postseason.
If you can do that and rest your quarterback at the same time, that seems to be the ideal scenario.